I don't know if that worked, but here we are, Tipsy Realtor.
Wow.
I don't know what happened there, but I think and hope it went through. Remax Realty Professionals, Robin Moser Associates, Anna Terranova, and Robin Moser. I think I hit all the good disclosure requirements.
I know, right? Remax Realty Professionals. Here we are, season 3, Tipsy Realtors. And obviously we're not tipsy enough for what's happening here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are missing Victoria. She's not feeling well. Boo.
Which is bad because I actually think she'd really
Victoria, we're gonna try it for you, and if it's really delicious, we'll have to make it for her, right?
Exactly, when she's feeling
because not. All right, so we're making Suburban, and we're talking about outlining communities. So basically everything that is around Calgary. We have tons of development, new communities. All the communities are developing again. So we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's do the fun part first.
So the fun part is the drink. Always. So I'm actually going to make 2 at once because this is a stirred drink. So we've got our beautiful stirring glass from Fifth and Vermouth.
Yeah.
We put ice inside it, and you can see the ingredients up on the screen. So we're going to do shot glass. Oh, sorry, I forgot a shot glass. Technical difficulties.
Just in case.
There we go. Okay.
The announcement.
So we're going to, even though the recipe says 1.5 ounces, we're actually going to do 3 because I'm doubling the recipe here, and we're going to do 2 at once. And I actually have a very unique bourbon from Kentucky. This was the one that we liked the most last time, so you can show it to the screen.
Okay, so the winner of what did they make last time? What was it? The old-fashioned.
I don't think any of us really liked it. Oh yeah.
No, it was that old-fashioned, right? Yeah. Anyway, really good bourbon, super velvety, slight sweetness, slight caramel undertone, and doesn't have a bite at all.
So this here is, I put in the aged rum. Okay, see, another technical difficulty. See, we fall apart when Victoria's not here.
Yeah, no, we need an extra person. Okay, so what did we put there?
So I put in the 10-year-old Tawny Port. Ooh. I put in a 15-year-old Caribbean rum.
Okay, bourbon, rum, and port?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And now I'm putting in the dashes of bitters. And this one is actually stirred, not shaken.
Okay.
So we're going to stir it all together.
Wow.
And we're going to put it into a rocks glass with a nice big, huge ice cube in it.
Yep. So it's kind of like maybe a sipping drink. So you put it on big ice so it doesn't dilute the drink.
That's right. So we've stirred it all nice. And now we're just going to strain it into the glass. It's unlikely that we're probably going to have any additional things. And we're going to strain it into the 2 glasses.
Okay. So you catch the ice.
Strain it evenly, just to be fair.
Well, you said this is one we're gonna like, so.
Oh, sorry. Slippery ice cube.
All right.
I think this is one that I actually think, because this is going to be a little on the sweeter side, this would actually be one that Victoria would like, because she tends to like them a little bit sweeter, a little bit less kind of alcohol based.
Like lift this up just there, so you don't get too sticky.
And
what you prepare here for us?
So what I prepared for the garnish is an orange and black cherries.
Okay.
So to put it in the glass.
Stick it in? All right.
Yeah. Stick it in. Take a look. That's your drink.
It looks pretty.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So we'll give it a shot.
Yep. Victoria?
For you. To you.
On Fonte. Ching ching. Okay.
She might have winced a little at that.
Yeah, she wouldn't. I don't think she would like it.
You don't think she'd like it?
No, I think it's still very strong. What am I tasting?
It's got a bit of sweet though. I think that this again.
That's what I'm tasting.
Yeah, definitely tasting the rum, definitely tasting the bourbon, but you've got a little bit of the shot of the port in there, which makes it a little bit sweet. But I think that this is a sitting by a fire pit drink. Like this would be a beautiful,
quite lovely.
It is.
Like nothing. It's not like super like boozy. Like it's not the one that bites.
No.
It's a lot of booze.
It
like
is.
definitely. But yeah, let me try with the cherry. Oh, okay.
That's lunch.
Mm,
It's good with the
delicious.
cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. I really actually I would drink this drink again. It's very, very nice. It is. I do think that it's something that
Mm.
my husband would enjoy. I've been
Mm-hmm.
making him. We have that orgeat or whatever from last time, and I have to use it because it's in the fridge. So
Yeah.
before it goes bad. So I've actually been making him like I made him an Army and Navy, and I
Yeah,
made
I've been
him.
watching your Instagram. You've been
Yeah,
posting there. I'm gonna like
but that's because I have to use up
slowly.
that stuff. So I'm
It's
using
like
up.
nobody's gonna be drinking this. Like my liquor cabinet is getting like too packed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I
just
know.
bring it over to my house.
There
Seriously.
you go. Exactly. I just need to have a big actual like a
Um.
physical cocktail party where it's just all
Oh
cocktails.
my God, we should do that. That would be fun. We should do like season finale for Tipsy Realtors or something.
Oh, have
Oh.
every guest we ever had on the season finale.
Oh, I like it, and it's in July.
Yeah, and then we'll have just a cocktail party.
Mm.
I think that would be fun. And they talk about their favorite cocktails.
Oh, that's yeah. You know what? I should start making a journal because I forget which ones I like. I feel like I have to rewatch the shows and see my expression. Because everybody asks, like, what was your favorite cocktail? I was like, I don't know.
So I actually do have people that when they come over, they'll tell me which cocktails they like, and I will go back through the shows and be like, oh, okay, that cocktail. And because they'll remember like little bits of it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I go back to the show and I find
I
that
pretty much like all this kind of cocktails. Like those, this is like I actually don't mind them. Like it's like anything with a big rock, bourbon, and whatever combination usually is pretty good.
yeah.
Like that's kind of, I don't love too much sugary ones. Usually those green ones is like, okay. But I know we need some good ones.
Well, I think so. Even though we're not there yet, we have our next drink is Forever Young, and there was two different versions we could do of that drink, and one was like with cucumber juice and
Ooh,
all sorts of funny
patio
stuff.
one.
Well, no, it was like a
No?
lot of weird stuff, and I was like, we're not doing the green one, so
Okay.
we're making the red one. But it
Oh,
was funny because next week
so
is
what's
Forever
up?
Young, and the red one is going to be like
What's up?
pomegranate juice
Okay.
and raspberry liqueur and all this other kind of
Ooh.
stuff. So it'll be a super sweet kind of fruity drink.
Okay.
But it's just super funny because when we were looking at the two different drinks, I was like, I looked at the ingredients on the green one right away and I was like, oh, no, we're not. Because it was like a lot of vegetable juice. And I'm like, nope.
Well, it wouldn't have been a healthier cocktail we ever made probably on the show.
Yeah.
Eat your vegetables.
Exactly.
All right. So, yes. So recommend for the people who love actual boozy drinks around the campfire,
100%.
definitely a good one. And
It's-
for the summer, it's good, I
Yeah.
find, because it's not so warming.
Yeah. And
Like,
it's an after dinner drink. I wouldn't
yes,
say you do that.
definitely,
Like
yeah.
this is an after dinner drink. This is like
No,
something
you drink this
fun.
before dinner. You don't have it. You're not having dinner.
Your husband says he would like to try this drink.
Oh, okay. So should I say it? Like, should I take the ice out?
No,
Like,
we'll make him an extra one and put it aside. So,
Mm.
anyways,
That's
suburban
good.
communities.
Yes, we got lots of them. A lot of people don't realize actually how many satellite communities, outlying communities. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different ways to describe them around Calgary.
Mhm.
So I made a list. So in a northern part of Calgary, so if you exit Calgary North, we got Airdrie.
Which is usually about 10% cheaper than Calgary.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when you're going north. You can see about a 10% price drop going to Airdrie. So a lot of times when we have people
or
in
you
the
get
north,
more for your money.
bang for buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's always why we tell people, like, if you're struggling with the values of Calgary and you're on the north side, you may want to consider areas like Airdrie where you
Yeah.
can get kind of a similar style home about 10% cheaper.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with $400,000, $500,000, and $600,000, $40,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 price drop, it makes a difference.
Well, and the thing is, like, sometimes people are afraid of drive, and I would have to say, like, if you buy a house in the south community in Calgary and you drive to downtown or northern section to like work, you're probably going to be in traffic longer than if you drive from Airdrie.
Yep. Yeah, Airdrie is actually about, I think Airdrie is about 8 minutes outside the city limits. I know for us on the north side in Hidden Valley, it takes us, I think, 20 minutes to drive to Airdrie. So lots of times if we have to do things from Hidden Valley to Airdrie, we'll actually jump into Airdrie to do it instead of going over to Crowfoot because Airdrie may be less busy. It doesn't have as big of lineups or stuff like that. So I even know for us, like a lot of times when we're dealing with emergency rooms, we'll actually jump out to Airdrie because it's Alberta healthcare, right? So it's not like it's a Calgary regional thing. So we'll pop out to Airdrie for like
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Like if you need to go. Yeah, and I pulled some average prices, and those average prices that we're actually going to be talking about, they for this month of April. Well, I guess of April. That's the statistics pulled, and it's the total. So it includes all the real estate. So average price is just over 488,000.
I'm only laughing because her sheet is ripped and it's leaning forward.
It got stuck to the island when I was pulling it off and it's ripped. Okay, so then the kind of again northwest community I would say is Bear Spa,
which is more like an acreage community.
Yes,
it's not really close to houses, so this is where you go if you want that much bigger lot, that half acre, that 2 acre. That's where you would go.
Yeah, and there's some people go there because of the school system as well that you have to belong to. I mean, Bear Spa community is quite expensive. We're looking close to $1.7 million on that. But again, it's an acreage. It's bigger lots. It's exclusive. They have their own golf course and such.
Yeah. Now going west, we have Springbank. Now, obviously, everything going west is going to be a little bit on the higher price point because you are west, you're closer to the mountains, and there is a desire and a draw for that. People love those mountain views. They love having that easy access out of town.
Yep.
And one thing that is funny that I've heard about the west side that we've had clients kind of realize once they get in there is they are shocked how far their kids have to bus to school because most of the schools on the west side are private. So there's not as many easily accessible public schools. So most
prepared to drive, basically. Yeah. If there is nothing, which is not much around it, prepare to drive, and the drive sometimes not the easiest one, I guess, especially in the winter, just because, again, the roads are fairly small. Some of them have very low lighting, and there is not even like a little convenience store, like Elbow Valley, for example.
Yeah. Which is a great community.
Yeah, beautiful. Again, semi acreages, so they like quarter acreages, sometimes half an acre. But there is nothing commercial around it. You have to drive into the Springbank, and which basically you're going into Aspen Hills.
Yeah. Now, Springbank is looking at an average price of $1.35 million. So obviously, you've got your more affluent homes there. Your more expensive homes. If you hit into Redwood Meadows. Now, I'm going to be honest, Redwood Meadows is on something called leasehold land. And leasehold land means that you lease the land, but you
from the government.
Right? It's technically from the native reserve, but it's a government-controlled land lease.
So you don't own the land.
You lease the land and you make a land lease payment. But Redwood Meadows is such a beautiful community that what you can get out there for $659,000 and you feel like you're living in the middle of the mountains is amazing. Redwood Meadows is honestly, for a close community that makes you feel like you're living in the mountains, that's Redwood Meadows. I love Redwood Meadows. It is so amazing.
I only golfed there. I actually never got to show the houses,
really?
But I only golfed. But also Bragg Creek is towards that side. Bragg Creek is getting like a second life, I feel like. A lot of people, especially during COVID and after COVID, started moving to Bragg Creek for obvious reasons. You get everything outside. You get bigger lots of land. You get a shop, more room for your family to do. And again, super easy exit out of town. And I hear that I have a few friends who actually moved there. The commute into Calgary, who are teachers who commute to Calgary, not too bad.
Yeah.
So, but again, if you're driving the winter roads, it's not for light light. I cannot speak today.
Drink more. But it is. Bright Creek is an amazing community. But yes, so during the winter time, you do have your winter road, so be careful of that. Be someone who's ready to handle that because that's obviously not going to change. But your average price in Redwood Meadows and Bright Creek is about $659,000. But those are some pretty nice houses at that price. So again, bang for buck. But then you do have that leasehold payment, which is an obligation that you would have to pay on top of property taxes and utilities and stuff like that. So again, amazing community, huge lots, big, huge trees. And that's where that price point stands there. Now, if you're moving over to Cochrane, Cochrane is
we do a lot of business in Cochrane, actually.
I love Cochrane.
We love it. I don't mind, actually. Like it's only so I live in Chestermere, which we'll get to, but it's only like 45-minute drive.
Yep.
Yeah. It's nice. So I don't mind. And it's such a beautiful drive
You
over
mean from
too.
Chestermere to Cochrane is a 45-minute drive.
Yes.
Yeah,
From
because outside
that's what I said, from Chestermere.
yeah, because outside of Calgary, it's only about a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
And I
It's
will.
like pro-child.
So, okay,
down.
I have a funny story from when I was a little kid. So Cochrane has an ice cream store
Mm-hmm.
that since I was a little kid was
Very
super,
popular
super,
one.
super, super popular. And I decided as a child when I was 12 years old, because I lived in Sandstone, that I was going to ride my bike to Cochrane and I was going to get ice cream.
Oh.
So I used to ride my bike down Simons Valley Road before all the development, and I would ride my bike and I would keep following Simons Valley Road and follow it, and I never hit Cochrane. I would always turn around and come back home. So when my husband and I moved to Hidden Valley, I told him he could take Simons Valley Road straight to Cochrane, and he said, no, you can't. And I said, no, honey, I've lived here all my life. I used to ride this road on my bike to get to Cochrane to get ice cream. Yes, you can. So as a good husband, he decided not to fight me. And we got in the car and we started driving down Simons Valley Road. And it turned north. And he goes, we're heading north now. I said, yeah, but it's going to turn and go right into Cochrane. And then he's like, okay. And he's like, Robin, we're coming up on like kind of where Airdrie would be. And I said, yeah, it's going to turn right away and we're going to go into Cochrane. And then we passed Airdrie. He goes, Robin, we're past Airdrie now. And I looked at him and I started laughing. I said, I don't think this road goes to Cochrane. So we turned around. We finally found Cochrane, went back.
So that's the road that goes to Cochrane?
I did now find the road that goes to Cochrane. And as an adult, I have finally rode my bike from Hidden Valley to Cochrane. And it took 45 minutes. Yeah.
That's not bad.
45 minutes from my house. I rode my bike and I got my ice cream. And then I had my husband come and pick me up because I didn't want to ride back up that hill.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you ride back.
Down is good, up is bad.
Yeah. Okay, so the Cochrane, so we got, and Prettice. So Prettice is basically on the way to Black Creek on 22X. Beautiful golf community. Actually, Rob and I looked of buying a home there. We went and looked. We actually really loved it. Again, stunning.
I'm glad you guys bought this house instead of
yeah, lots of beautiful trees, mountain views, serenity. But then it's that 20-minute drive to city limits, and then 20-minute drive to work. That's somewhere like we draw the line. We didn't. It was a long drive, and again, there's no convenience store. You had to drive to Black Creek or back to back then Seton wasn't developed even. Yeah. So that was not option for us. So now we're going south of Calgary. So we are passing Auburn, Creston on the way.
And Legacy and Rocky, what is it? Rocky View number something.
Yeah, that is Range View. Yeah,
Range View. That's right.
Yeah,
Range. So
we got Okotoks, which is again, it's like an Airdrie of the South. Super popular because there are some new builds, some old, and again, great price point. It is higher. It's at 588, 727. So we're getting to like 590 mark there for Okotoks. And it's just because, again, it's so close to Calgary. A lot of, I know, hockey families who...
They have a great hockey program. Yeah. I actually had someone move from North Calgary all the way down to Okotoks specifically for their hockey program.
Yep, yeah. So I know that's kind of a big deal. High River is getting more popular because, again, great price point, and it's in 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
I think just we're getting more people who is looking for more land, right? Yeah. But it's super affordable. So the average price is still hasn't clicked 400,000 yet. Yeah. So that is available, and and
it's not far because so we drive back and forth from the Crow's Nest Pass to Calgary all the time, and honestly, High River is it used to seem like it was 45 minutes away, but now, honestly, within 25 minutes, we're at the city limits now.
I think because the Calgary just grown so much in the south, too, so it feels closer. And then Black Diamond in Turner Valley, I actually have done a lot of work there, too. And did they just, join MLS, or they just, add them together to MLS?
So the challenge is Black Diamond in Turner Valley because now they're Diamond Valley.
Yeah, they kind of combine them or something.
And they've combined, so you actually have to geo-fence the area to get any data from it because you have to get the two different, it's got two different names now, so it's a little bit more complex. Yeah. So I usually I actually do the same thing when I'm looking in Crow's Nest Pass, is I just circle the area. It's easier.
I mean, I don't have the average price. I'm sure it's very affordable, but it's great for people who kind of want to be away from the city, don't have to be in the city, be close to like at least there's a school or two, right? There is all the conveniences there and super affordable living. If you work from home, you got like some sort of repair shop, you may be doing some sort of agriculture stuff. It's a great way. Yeah.
It's also great access to Okotoks actually, because again, that's another way down the Cowboy Trail. If you're going down the Cowboy Trail from Okotoks, it's super close to Okotoks. So Langdon, going east of Calgary. Now you're going east of Calgary into more of the flatlands, and that's Langdon. And I love the lot size in Langdon. They
call it wheatlands actually.
Wheatlands,
going not flatlands.
Well, it's flat land.
Yeah, flat and
land. But anyways. Langdon is 659,000, but those lots are huge out in Langdon, and it's really a growing community. Yeah. And one thing I find funny about Langdon is people who move into Langdon very rarely move out of it, and it's actually
you get a lot more for your money as well.
Yeah.
We have actually clients in build last year in Langdon, in a newer like a subdivision around the pond. They got like a beautiful home, brand new, everything finished for the price they could only dream to get something in Calgary. So,
and it's not that far from Calgary.
No, it's not.
And the access in and out is great. But now let's talk about your hometown.
Oh yeah, Chestermere. So Chestermere has been growing like insane for the last, like 4 years. We've been here for 7 years. And what attracted us to this is more like a lake thing.
Yeah.
When I moved here, when we were considering moving here, I said like, well, it started from Calgary. There is no lights on highway. There's a lot of things why I didn't want to move here. But then, obviously we love the lake portion. So, and hence we live actually on a lake, and it has everything. Like it has all the amenities. Driving to downtown is actually a lot closer than it used to be in Auburn Bay. Like that's where we moved from. And we don't work downtown either, but it doesn't matter. Like I always travel for work, right? It's about, I would say, 7-minute exit though to like Calgary limits. But with the Stony Trail right now, it's like super easy to get around. And we do have all the amenities. Like we have schools. We got all the like shops and restaurants, great community spirit as well, which I like the most, I think. There's people who actually really support and care about that community. And we have 4 new subdivisions that are building new stuff and new homes and all different kind of price ranges, like townhouses to beautiful large detached homes. And again, like the East Hills development that is just on the Stony Trail of Calgary. Like you got Costco, you got Walmart, like you got all your big shops as well. And again, a lot of people love actually driving to Strathmore.
Yeah.
Strathmore is like 10-minute drive from here.
And it's only 429,000 on average. So again, big lots.
So Strathmore has become actually really popular because Chestermere has grown in price quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's number one because of the lake communities, bigger lots, and new development.
Yep.
So, but again, for new home, you get a better value than you're getting in Calgary as well. So, but it requires a little bit of drive. But Strathmore, a little bit further away, and yes, the price point is amazing. It has lots of new builds too. I work there with a builder
as well.
Walmart there. And the thing is, because Chestermere was so against the commercial development for so long, everything actually went into Calgary or Strathmore. So yeah, that's where the McDonald's is. I mean, we do have Starbucks here, but they have a lot more bigger shops there and more restaurants.
That's the same thing what happens in the Crow's Nest Pass is because the municipality of the Crow's Nest Pass is against it, so it all goes to Pincher Creek.
Oh, Pincher Creek.
Pincher Creek or Fernie. Yeah. It goes either way.
Yeah. So, but again, Strathmore is an easy one. And finally,
actually, sorry, can I say one thing that I love about Chestermere? What I love about Chestermere is when I'm out here, because it's all for Anna.
Yeah. And the Howell Lake.
It's mostly for Anna. The lake is a bonus. But actually, the ability to actually go north or south is such an easy thing. Like I can take the Glenmore and get down south without dealing with all the traffic congestion. Or I can go north and take 16th Ave and without
Yeah,
dealing
there's
with all the
lots of way to
congestion.
exit the city, and
There
that's
is.
awesome. So we live on the south side, so we just jump out of
Yeah.
Glenmore. Our daughter goes to school and dance studio in Calgary.
But I love Chestermere because of
it's like
Anna.
a 30-minute drive. Like honestly,
I
it's
know,
great.
but it really
Yeah.
is all because of you.
I know it's.
All right,
And yeah,
La
Yalta and Lakes of Myrtlefield. So
those are huge lots.
yes, and you can still build there. So they have actually a whole subdivision still selling new builds. It's a beautiful community, and even in development.
Yeah.
It's gonna it's gonna be it's a beautiful lake already. Obviously, it's kind of more like of a city lake.
Yeah.
But huge lots, beautiful homes, very affordable. The average price I pulled at 587. I know the new builds go around 700, but again, still for like a huge lot, big square footage, like a lake community is great. And yes, I would
It's not
say
that far.
it's like what, maybe 15, 20 minutes
Past
drive
here? Yeah.
past here.
Yeah, we have some great friends that live out there. We're actually going to a Gatsby party with them coming up.
Oh yeah, so you're on your calendar. Thanks for inviting.
I'm very excited about our Gatsby party.
She just didn't want to invite me because
it wasn't my table. It wasn't my table. I didn't own the table. They owned the table.
So Calgary area has a lot to offer, especially if you're new to Calgary. You know what? Take a drive, just kind of explore, like from where you live or your kids go to school, and go and take what it takes for you to live there. If you have any questions about the communities, or we can, if you want to even let's say go and explore the idea of looking at some of the homes, call Robin, myself, or Victoria. We are happy to take you there and show you what it takes to live in one of those satellite communities.
Absolutely.
Because we actually I don't know, which one did you not make it before?
I've been in all of them.
I've been in all of them. Which
I have been in all of them. I've actually sold houses in all of them.
Yeah.
In every single one. I'm looking at the list here, and there is a list.
Yeah, we have a list. Yeah.
And I actually have sold a house in every single one of those communities.
That's right. Yeah. Sold or buy, definitely. Yeah.
Take a peek.
Yeah, people sometimes think, because they're like, "Oh, what area do you specialize?" I was like, we don't live in LA or Toronto. We specialize in every area, especially you've been in the industry since 1998. So Calgary was a lot smaller.
It was a lot different.
Yeah, I remember even '06, the Calgary was a lot smaller, right? Like there was a map, no GPS required. Like we kind of drove with a map.
Yeah.
And as the community have grown, we've grown with them, right? So we kind of grew with Calgary and all the communities. We've been everywhere. We don't need to specialize in one particular area, just because in our experience, honestly, we're driving. My first sale was Energy Mobile Home. That was my first sale. Yeah.
That's a lot different in financing and how things work. So
yeah, right.
Just so you know, mobile home. That is a very, very challenging first sale.
I know, right?
No doubt about it. There's a lot of complexity when it comes to mobile homes.
So it's it just shows that it's super easy. And again, depending on where we live, we strategize as a team, because actually we live in 3 different quadrants,
which is great.
So it's great.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, right. So we can keep our fingers, so to speak, on the pulse to see what's going on in the communities around us.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to price time.
Oh yeah, price time. I almost forgot today.
This week is our giveaway prize. So that means if you want a fun summer drinking game, this is what you get. So you have to try and make your little ring, which, as you saw 2 shows ago, I got and screamed like a little girl. And then you move this back and forth to make each other drink, which is fun. And if you think it's not, try it with water. Even with your kids, with water, it's fun. Not that
you can do push-ups. You can do push-ups.
Absolutely. Oh, that's actually a great way. You know what? I have to do gym for my son. I'm so 100%
there
doing
you
push-ups.
Start practicing.
Exactly. So this is our prize this week for
okay.
you to have a super fun summer with your friends, your kids,
Yeah.
whatever, because
Good
you can
take
play
camping,
this game
right?
without alcohol.
Okay. And let's hopefully somebody who likes to camp. Oh, Denise Ward.
Oh, Denise, I'm bringing this to you in September when I see you in Florida, and we will
You guys will put
play
it in
this.
good use. Yeah.
We are doing a girls' trip with Denise in
use.
Florida in September, and it's going to be like anywhere from 8 to 10 very professional women acting very
Not professionally.
different. We're still professional, but we just have a little bit more fun.
Nobody's
out there.
expecting you to be professional all the time, Robin, you know.
I know. We're not irresponsible.
I didn't say irresponsible, I say not professional.
We're just more loose. Okay. And tell you guys these.
Oh my goodness.
Love these.
You get 2 of those.
So this is going to be next week's prize. Now, what is super cool about this prize?
Is it like you feel like a king?
Well,
Queen?
no. So this prize that we're
want me to open
doing
this?
next is there is actually a lid that we forgot the lid, but it's okay.
Oh.
We'll get the lid. And there's a lid that you put on this prize. And this is actually a self-stirring cooling glass. And we're hoping that this month that we can actually have the people who do this on to talk about it. But it is so freaking cool. This glass keeps your drink colder. It can stir it itself, which is absolutely amazing and fantastic. So this is it's back at the office.
Oh, does it come separately?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is what we're giving away. I'm telling you, you want this prize. Like and share our show.
I want this. So I might create a profile with a different name. And I'll start liking everything.
There you go. But it's awesome. You guys have to want this.
Yeah,
like, share our
so
show. Love us on all of our
social media platforms. Everybody see it.
This is such a cool
Facebook
glass.
Live, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok.
And
YouTube.
this is a Canadian company, which is what I love too. Okay. So,
hand wash only.
Yes, hand wash only.
Okay, our number is on the screen. We're still experiencing a huge shortage of inventory.
Charlene is watching us. She says the lid measures 1 ounce each into the glass. Yeah. We're going to show the lid next week.
We're going to measure it.
This is a friggin' ridiculously awesome glass.
Sounds awesome.
It is so exciting. Seriously, you guys need to like and share the show. You're going to love this glass.
Yes, and as I said, we're still experiencing a huge shortage of inventory. We need some homes to sell. We got buyers who needs to buy. So please call us.
Yes, if you have friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, anyone you know looking at buying or selling a home, please have them call us now. We want to be here. We want to help them out. We want to give them honest advice. And there's no obligation to get our advice. We're
as much as we love door knocking and gets exercise in, we really need some inventory, guys. It's a spring. It's a good time to sell right now. Oh my God. It's like squirrel.
Look, see how it turns?
Yeah.
Sorry, hang on.
Okay.
See how it's spinning? It's stirring the glass.
They can see it because you have a thing going.
Okay,
hold on.
Okay,
hold on. Let me you need to.
Okay, so it needs to be on, and then if you can see, I'm spinning it, and it's stirring the drink. Not that there's anything in there, but if there was a drink in there, it's stirring it all on its own just by doing that.
Stirring a drink. How lazy can you be? Like.
It's not even in. Hang on.
Oh, look at that.
It is super cool.
Awesome. There you go.
Okay.
Self-stirring cold drink.
Self-stirring, self-measuring, keeping your drink cold, drink glass.
Excellent.
How is that any better?
I don't know. It's awesome. Great. So make sure you love and share all our Tipsy Realtors videos.